Hi everyone, this is a quick tutorial on how to use your smartphone or iPhone to access the Google Drive Area E account. You'll see on the screen under this office, there's the Drive, which is in the upper right-hand corner. You click your Drive account, and this will launch your Google Drive. In this case, I'm already signed in as my personal ID. So on the upper right-hand side, there's a photo of a firefighter having a bottle change. If you tap that icon, it'll bring you all the different Area E agencies that will be using the Google Drive, and it will give you access to your Google Drive account. So in this case, I'm going to select the 5th one down, which will be the Downey Fire Department, DNY Cloud at downeyfire.org. And when I bring that up, it's going to show you what's in my drive. And you can see where it's blue and highlighted, it says My Drive. And if I go along the bottom, there's a checkbox, there's 3 dots. There looks like a person icon, and then there's a file icon on the bottom right side. So if you go to Files, this is where if you hit the plus sign up right above Files, it's going to launch the option to add a folder, add Google Docs. Again, Docs is like Microsoft Word, Google Sheets, which is like Excel, and finally Google Slides, which is like PowerPoint. So I'm going to click off of that for now, and I'm going to switch over to the 2 people on the bottom panel there, second over from the right. And what this is going to do is launch into the shared drive. So currently there's 2 shared drives. One is the XLE resource rosters. And in this drive, you're going to see the California RTF2 roster that we created. And what this does is it gives a snapshot, and it's all fillable so that if you zoom in, you can change. If I was going to change the task force leader name, then I can make the change there. And you'll notice under the date and time, it gives the current date and time. That's always updated every time this document's open. You can also track changes by who made the changes and when they made them. Kind of a nice feature. So you go back into your, again, the strike team resource availability. This is a nice document also, same principle where it's fillable. But the nice thing about the bottom, if you watch the bottom as I scroll over, each agency has its own resource tracking for all of Area E. So each individual resource or agency can track its resources. Again, I'm going to use Downey's as an example. In this case, there's for DNY, first out strike team engines, second out, third out, OES if applicable, hazmat, USAR, and overhead. And the nice thing about this, if I tap under unit and I type 6.1, for instance, and I type my name, this information, if I hit that checkbox in the upper left-hand side, will be stored. And as I scroll along the bottom tab back over to the Area E Strike Team roster, you can see that the roster has been filled in with the first out Downey engine on the second box down on the right. It now says Unit 6.1 and Rasmussen. And so that was auto-populated from the individual agency spreadsheets. So as they fill them out, so if La Habra Heights, for example, puts La Habra Heights first out strike team engine, that will auto-populate in the Area E strike team. So again, nice features. It's trackable, so you can see who's doing which moves and making what changes. So if I go back and we look at the COVID response, this is another nice document that we've created, which is a Area E dashboard. And here you can see the whole dashboard together. So each agency has access to this and can fill out their own column. So again, if we're focusing on Downey here, I can look at Downey and I can see sworn staffing, I can see staffing drawdown, I can see how many battalion chiefs, captains, engineers that are out, and right below that I can see battalion chief, captain, engineer, and in rank vacancies. I can see the total number that were tested in green, 3 of them thankfully tested negative. And as we continue down the list, you can see the staffing in each rank. So it says staffing for battalion chiefs, captains, and this is the area where each agency would be making the changes to their own rank numbers based on these categories here, total staffing and rank, weighting results, isolated, released from isolation. And then those number changes will then auto-populate into this upper section, where then we can have a real nice snapshot of what all of Area E is experiencing in terms of drawdown in the potential that people become sick with COVID-19. Additionally to that, again, back in the shared drive, we have this Downey COVID-19 documents folder at the very top. If I tap that, this just gives a nice way for us to store all the Downey documents that we've created and pushed out to our people in terms of keeping them safe, operational directives, etc. And it has them all in one location. And so each agency will have the ability to do this under their account. Again, they would tap this, in this case, the Downey patch, that upper right-hand corner. When you tap that, your own agency would have exactly those same features. Number one, you'd have your own personal files, and then you'd also have access to all of these shared. And you'd have the ability to create your own personals in-house and keep them in-house, or provide them into a shared folder where we can all collaborate and track resources together. So thank you for your time.